And there we are again, with the next episode of the Battle of Richard and the Snake against Saladin and Phillip against Caliph and Abbot. And let's just go back in where we left off in the last episode, where Phillip just lost his tower, his last line of defense, and well, he is pretty much dead at this point. The next attack from the Caliph should surely do it. But the Abbot still has population issues. Well, his economy is just way too big. That's like a dozen wheat farms, plus half a dozen hops farms, so oh, but but Saladin is coming. And that's already quite a caravan of swordsmen. So he still might be able to pull out some damage here. Ooh, is the Abbot open? No. But they still went forward. And he's gonna go right straight through the pitches of the Caliph. Ooh. However, he has a similar sized army to Richard. If he gets through here, he might be able to deal some damage. He destroyed the tower. Oh, and there's a deadly blob of swordsmen. This is going to be interesting. I think this is going to be the end of the Abbot. Oh.
I will remember this defeat, and I will pay you back.
Okay, I think at this point we have
A message from Saladin.
As it must be.
yes.
Another has fallen before me.
Yes, now we have a message from Saladin. It looks like we might now have a Saladin lawnmower here. With all this gold. Gonna push his next attack really big. But the bigger question is who's Richard gonna go for now? If I would have to say, I think he's gonna go for Saladin now. Which might be a bit harder than it looks like, because Saladin has the fire throwers on the walls. And his walls are pretty much protected by buildings, which the AI doesn't attack. That will only attack gates, towers, walls, with the update at least. Oh, he's gonna go for the Caliph. At least his catapults are going for the Caliph. If he would use them a little bit smarter, he might actually be able to pull out more from that. And he is going for the Caliph. Yes, he is going for the Caliph. That might actually be a mistake. Caliph is sure gonna able to tank a lot of Richard's attacks. Simply due to the fire. And if he moves in like that, he's certainly going to step into fire. Oh well, that was his own building, but it's fire. That's fire, alright. The Caliph is actually doing poorly.
From the Caliph.
Are you serious? Is the Caliph gonna die now? Oh, that fire throwers. But he's still very healthy. Oh.
A message from the Caliph.
You have not seen the last of me, infidel!
I should probably just let the episode run. At this speed, this game is gonna be over in 10 minutes.
From the Lionheart. Sound the fanfare.
The royal armies are victorious once more.
Looks like Phillip has been saved last second. Damn, I didn't expect the Abbot to die like that. I think now Richard is gonna go for Saladin though. And the snake... If the snake would attack, I would say that he would go after Phillip. I think the snake goes for the weakest enemy, which definitely is Phillip at this point. He's just not doing anything anymore. Oh, but he did replace his archers. And he put 4 here instead of 2. Interesting. So he might be coming back very, very slowly. Does he have any stone? No. He has a chapel though. Well, if that be if that would just be any use for him, I mean. I think Saladin goes up to the one with the most cash, which would be Richard. But Saladin takes a while to get there anyway. Interesting. Now Richard is the strongest lord. This isn't exactly safe for your archers. Oh, yeah, that's also a way to use slaves. Oh. If they would have gotten through, that would have been very, very nasty. But the powerful woodcutters prevented it. Lumberjack power unite. This is one arch. Only one archer on one tower. That's this tower in fact has no archers. I think the next attack from Richard should be rather soon. And I think even the snake's army has been growing. And he now has Arabian archers, which he only uses for offenses. Oh! Oh! Phillip is here! And he is really here. He's using his knights. Which is interesting because he always has to buy his swords. Where? He always has to buy his swords and the armor. Which means that the loss of these knights is even more expensive, as the snake surely can just rebuild. Well, he can't just rebuild actually. He's a bit short on wood. But this wood should surely come in. It's pretty off the track of battle. One quarry is already standing again. I think the snake builds 2. But where's the second one? Apparently he just sold the wood. That works as well. Oh, Richard is coming. Brace yourselves, Richard is coming. And he is shooting himself with a mangonel. Oh, Richard, when will you learn? Well, at least he destroyed Saladin's woodcutter houses, logging camps. So the mangonel stops shooting at himself. And this is gonna be interesting. There's fire throwers on the towers as well, so that will not be successful for him. Oh, ouch. That's expensive. Every engineer costs 30 gold. This maybe gives the snake an opportunity to send out slaves to burn Saladin, but he didn't realize that and didn't do it therefore. But he's retaken the patrol superiority. For now that is. Getting shot by a ballista. Well, that much about patrol superiority. The positive fear factor and the superiority of the Arabian archers is simply too much for the snake to handle. But Richard is on a pretty good course to rebuilding his army. He's getting a lot of money when he's attacking, due to the fact that he doesn't recruit when he's attacking, as all AIs do. Though this is not going to suffice as a fund to raise his next army and to attack immediately. I have never seen Richard to be some kind of hoarding AI. Rather in the complete opposite, he loves to throw out all of his money. And Phillip has money again. He's building up, in fact. He has lances, lancemen, spearmen, but still no tower. Now that's an interesting way to weaken Richard. These Orcs tellers have terrible positioning, but at least they are not as far away as they are as if they were inside of his walls, which they could have very well been, I think. I'm happy that they are not. Oh, Philip's knights are already back running into spearmen, which are almost a hard counter for them. Because I think that spearmen have like bonus attack against cavalry, which makes sense, as it's in almost every other game. It's the same case there. This is really expensive. Does he even have armor? I'm curious about that now. He buys armor, yes. I almost thought that he builds knights without armor. Oh, the snake is coming! Directly into the fire direction of Saladin though. That's a shame. And Phillip has actually a garrison on his towers. Well, on his tower, better said. Anyway, Richard should come soon, and then Saladin is going to be weakened again. I think it's going to be a back and forth like that until Saladin sometime just bites the dust, probably. He stopped hoarding all his money. Which means that he is under pressure. Oh, 28 armor productions and weapon productions. That's the most I've ever seen, I think. I think even I myself haven't built more at any time, at any given time. So respect there, Richard. Can I just... Oh, I can put out this overlay. I didn't know that. And there's Richard again, with his armored army. Perhaps this time he will have more success. Should be around 300 men at this point. Well, probably around 280 or something like that. Let's just speed up until they are in position because they are super slow. And I hear already the squishing from his own mangonel. Killed some fire throwers in melee here, very expensive. Ooh, and that's the mounted horse archers. Ah, tower gun. Slowly but surely Richard is putting a serious dent into Saladin. Plus he's gonna destroy the gate in the next attack, I think. Which is very good for him. It should have been this gate. But that's also pretty damaged. So next time he has a very good chance of breaching in and killing Saladin. And that is if Saladin doesn't kill him first, which I think is not gonna happen. Because he just lost a bunch of his expensive attacking troops into melee. Richard makes a lot of money, ever more with every attack, because every attack takes longer, that is. So he can push himself really fast. Already more manpower than Saladin. I think the snake should come soon as well. Never mind. Looks like there's a little bit low. Or they're just probably stacked on top of each other again. As soon as Richard used up his big gold pocket from his attacks, he starts to struggle on the gold. And recruits slower. Reasonable, I mean. Expensive troops require a lot of gold, which he doesn't really have. But I don't think he sells his ammo, his weapons. Nobody buys iron. Expensive. Phillip is attacking. Phillip was attacking. Impressive. But not even Richard has a problem with that. And he keeps getting more men into his gate. Which is very interesting. I thought that 2 were his maximum per rally point. Apparently it's 4. I really didn't expect Phillip to have such a actually pretty effective defense if you would have just replaced them earlier in the versions of the game, in the original game. Just make you some full economic potential again. Well, now not anymore. Oh. Who's attacking now? Well, somebody was attacking. But it wasn't Saladin. And the snake wasn't it either. And Phillip already had attacked. Interesting. Either way, soon it's Richard time. It's Richard o'clock. These knights, gee. Saladin is pulling up and manpower again. But I think he is more pumping into patrols than in a real attacking army. Looking at what he regularly smacks here. It looks like an Arabian archer on full health can tank a ballista bolt because they aren't affected by fear factor. Oh, 2 siege tools. Looks like 2 catapults, and a third one was tried to be built, but it didn't work. Alright, Richard, what are you going to do? I'm going to speed up until you are in position. I don't know where his army went there, but it's gone. So now it's Saladin time. I'm not gonna speed up for that as well, because there just isn't anything happening anymore. I think this was Phillip's attack. And he built some more houses and good stuff, but still no tower. I don't think this tower is gonna be back anytime in this game. This amount of archers on the snake. So many arrows. Not even armored units have a chance. At least not a single one by ones or small groups of them. That was a bit of a fire, but nothing special. I wonder who's gonna attack first. I would still say Saladin, simply because he didn't attack in a long while, and Richard kind of smashed his entire army without any reason or anything really. He just vanished into thin air. He buys stables, but he can't afford stone. Ironic. At least he is not fully open anymore. Now he has a house wall. So that's at least something. Oh, and Saladin is coming. Oh no, and so's Richard. I think, looking at how Richard did the last times, this is going to be the end of him. But it's time for, oh, a big field battle. Even the snake slaves are helping. Well, this might still drag itself a while. Don't use melee archers, please. Oh, Saladin got through somehow. Interesting. Snake? No. Oh, Phillip. Oh. Let's see. No, still no tower. But at least he's being useful now. Surprising that he managed to pull himself out of nowhere, but pretty much again. The death of the Caliph really did Phillip a favor. Not so Richard though, who now appears to have population problems. Well, I mean, it's not too bad if some of his armorer hoods don't work. He doesn't really have the iron anyway. Yeah. Slowing down a little bit. It slows down too much on its own. Oh, the snake. But of course, going for Phillip. Well, tried to go for Phillip, but died already on the way there. No, Phillip again. Oh. This is a real battlefield. Everywhere it's just destroyed stuff. It's a close race between Saladin and Richard. But I think it's only gonna get harder for Richard because Saladin's armies just get huge, and I think that he's going to attack before Saladin again. So that's weakening his defense force, because he can't just turn on the armored flusher when Saladin breaks through a wall and send out all of his men to just cut everybody down into nice cubes. He builds more and more stables. Maybe one day he saves up money like after that. No, I think he still has to build all of his cathedrals and stuff here. Or here? Somewhere. Next attack, it appears like. No, just a raid apparently. They are doing absolutely nothing. They are too far on the behind on the gatehouse. Just throw off their oil apparently. Oh, that's a big attack. That's a lot of siege tools and a lot of dead engineers. And Saladin is coming at the same time again. What's gonna happen next? Oh. Ah, that's a bit dangerous. Oh. That hurt a lot. But Saladin appears to be going for... Oh no, he's going for Richard, yes. But now Richard doesn't have the same money bank account as in the others attacks. This might be difficult for him. Saladin is through. Oh. Ah no, this is a very close call for Richard. But now he's almost out of economy. His granary is empty as well. I don't think he's gonna come back from this one. Let's just speed it up for a while, as long as it stays this fast. Let's see what happens next. Saladin has the money. He's building right up again. And that very, very fast. Well, of course, it's very, very fast. It's in the game. Let's see how fast he actually is. Well, not all too fast, actually. Whee! Oh, whee! The mills are funny. Ah, Phillip again? Yep, Phillip. But it's always successless. But the snake is dead. Looks like the knights have gotten inside during an attack of Phillip. Yeah, I think this is a pretty much clear victory for Team Slowpoke, and thus I will not make a third episode of this and just let it run through and take the additional upload time in the end. Oh, which is actually getting back on his feet pretty well. But he's very far behind. And with Saladin's enormous amount of offensive swordsmen that are going to come up next, because they scale at a stupidly high scale, I think that's going to be game over anyway. In the end, Phillip is just going to finish the snake. Though there's a lot of archers, I don't think that Phillip can do this. I think Saladin must come for that one. No, it slows a bit down on its own, so I'll slow down so it doesn't slow down. No, who's it? Oh, Saladin's coming. I expected him to come a little bit later than this. There might be sword army and assassins as well.
Message from the Lionheart.
Events have come to a pretty pass when a king must cower in his castle. But cower I must.
Oh, and he tore down his buildings even though I disabled this. Something is broken there. Which takes a while. Oh, that's a different one, a difficult one. Oh, but this upper, oh. Ah, Richard kind of almost did it there.
A message from the Lionheart.
So, I am vested and my poor bones must rest in these wretched sands.
It was a pretty good fight.
A message from Saladin.
As it must be. Another has fallen before me.
Definitely respect for Richard on this point. but it seems that he was just bested. And now the raiding troops of Saladin's mounted archers and Philip's knights are going to repeatedly destroy the snake. Ooh, the snake actually is sick of this and decides to kill the mounted archers himself now. Ah, Phillip. This might be a close one because I have the buffed spearman. Oh, Phillip is going to take the cake. The snake, better said.
A message from the snake.
Oh, spare me. I wanted only to be your ally. Really, I did.
Ah. Well, it was a good battle. I think at least. Well, Team Faith would have definitely had a chance if they would have killed Phillip earlier. But it didn't quite work out. The Abbot just didn't manage to push through the archers, and when the archers were gone, the Caliph didn't quite manage to attack another time. So, yeah, the statistics. Saladin obviously killing the most, with killing all the snake patrols. Phillip losing the least. Well, he produced the least, I think. That was quite obvious. Money back. Food back as well. That's just a lot of stone. I expected Richard to have more iron, to be honest, but okay. Yeah, this is also quite obvious. Though I would have expected Richard to have produced more men than the snake, to be honest. But yeah, I hope this was a good example that Richard's big castles are not entirely useless, if you know the game, that is. Because you might have seen him and I thought, oh no, that's bad. It is bad, yes, but if it gets rolling and it gets rolling good, then it's really good. Well, anyway. Thank you for watching, and yeah, this was the battle, and I'll see you next time.